All right, kids, now we're going to go over how to do line plots. We're going to do line plots and histograms. All right, so today we will have covered line plots, histograms, and box plots. There are three different things, but they're very easy. The box plot was the hardest. Line plots and histograms are pretty easy. So, what is a line plot? One way to give a picture of data is to make a line plot. A line plot is a visual display of a distribution of data values where each data value is shown with a dot or other mark. Here they used X's, but you don't have to use X's. You can use dots or another mark. A line plot is also called a dot plot. Okay, so line plots are the same thing as dot plots. I think on ClearSight you might have had a question where you had to click and put the little lines or the marks on it, and some of the kids came up to me, they would said, I don't know what to do. Yes, you may. Okay, so it says students in one class recorded how many first cousins each student had. Here's the results. All right, kids, so for each one of these numbers you put an X. So numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that person has a 6, you put an X above the 6. Then an X above the 5, an X above the 1, an X above the 7, an X above the 3, 2 4s, another 5, an X above the 1. Do you see how they do that? Now, did anyone have two cousins? No, isn't that sort of strange? No one had two cousins in that list. Now, any questions on how they did that? Let's just go to the exercises and practice doing this. Record the results in the line plot below. These are phone calls. For the next month, the 5th graders kept a record of how many times they called one of their first cousins on the phone. Here are the results. Okay, kids, you can use a dot or an X. I think I'm going to use a dot because it's faster. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do you see my technique? I just find that easier. So I'm going to put 7 dots above the 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now it's important to be sort of neat with this. 1, 0, 2 zeros. So 2 dots above the 0. Now I'm going to count my ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 dots above the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4s. 1, 2. Just 2 4s, right? No 5s. And 1 6. Any questions on how to make a line or dot plot? Now we are going to answer questions. How many students made at least one phone call to a first cousin? So it's 1 or more. So you count the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Any questions on how to do that? Find the median, mode, range, and any outliers. Well, it's pretty easy to see the outlier. What's the outlier? 6 was the outlier. It's really not that far, but it sticks out, right? So we're going to outlier. Now my median is the middle number. So we count, and you start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's my 13th dot. Okay, let's see how many here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, so it's not going to be that top one. So that's not it. So 8 plus 13 means how many dots do I have? 21. So it's going to be the 11th dot. 1, because half of 20 is 10, or half of 21 is 10.5, so it'll be the 11th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It is in the 2. So this is the median. So what's the median? The median is 2. The mode is 2. And the range is 6 minus 0, which equals 6. And the outlier we said was 6. Any questions on how to find the median? The mode is really easy, isn't it? Okay. Now, this is going to be part of your assignment that I want you to do. I want you to do part B for homework, okay? Now we're going to turn the page and go over histograms. What is a histogram? Data from a frequency table can be displayed as a histogram. It's a type of bar graph. Histograms are a type of bar graph. Histograms won't have lines. It's a bar graph used to display numerical data that have been organized into equal intervals. These intervals show the frequency distribution of the data, or how many pieces of data are in each interval. Now kids, in histograms there's no space between the bars. The bars touch each other. In a histogram, bars touch each other. Yeah, there's no gap. They're right next to each other. Okay, I should say maybe they're next to each other. Might sound better than touch each other. Now, and the intervals are all the same. You can't see, this is 0 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40, 41 to 50. They have to have the same intervals. All right, you couldn't say this one has 5 in between and that one has 10. They all have to have, in this case, they're all 9 apart from 1 to 10. Okay? So, they've got this drawn, and then they ask questions. Now, I think you kids are pretty good at answering the question part. Our just biggest concern is making a histogram. Here in example 2, they have the tally sheet. It says, the table shows the ages of teachers at a middle school. Draw a histogram to represent the data. Well, the nice thing here is they've already got the intervals, right? So, in fact, this is the answer to this. They have 20 to 29, see the answer key, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59. So they've already done this one for you. Do you see how these are your intervals? Your tally marks and frequency. So for this one, it goes up to 4. For this age bracket, it goes up to 9. For this age bracket, it goes to 6. And for this one, it goes up to 1. Any questions on that? Okay, so now we're going to do that for this one. We're going to make a tally sheet, and then we're going to make a histogram. Any questions? All right, so let's practice this. Well, first I want to see what's our smallest number in this group. Is there anything below a 50? 50s are the lowest, right? And 90s are the highest, correct? So I'm going to go in intervals of 50 to 59, 60 to 69, 70 to 79, 80 to 89, and 90 to 99. Do you see what I just did there? Those are the intervals. Now we're going to do the tally marks. Does everyone know how to do tally marks? After the 4th tally mark, the diagonal one goes, it means it's the 5th. So you can count quickly and go by 5s if you need to. So I'm going to count how many I have in the 50s. 1, 2, 3, 3 tally marks here. I'll use this so it looks 1, 2, 3. Now from 60 to 69, let's count the ones in the 60s. 1, Gosh, there weren't many in the 60s, were there? 70 to 79. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See how I did that? 80s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now let's go to the 90s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now, kids, I'm not going to make you write the frequency on this. It's pretty obvious, don't you agree? So we're not going to take the time to do the obvious on this since we have so many things to do. Now we have to do the histogram. Well, my intervals, I have 1, 2, 3, 5 intervals. So here we go. So this is going to be 50 to 59, 60 to 69, 70 to 79, 80 to 89, and 90 to 99. All right, and the highest number is 8. I'm going to go by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8. 50 to 59 is 3. Now I want them all to be about the same width, okay, kids? Now the next one, 60 to 69 is 1. 70 to 79 goes up to the 8. Now that goes down just a little bit. 80 to 89 is also 8. I'll just make that a little bit more. And that one's a 4. Now we do have to put this, we have to put a title. Soda sales. This is these are our intervals. These are our intervals. That's a V. Choose the intervals. The table shows the daily soda sales for a restaurant. Intervals of soda sales. Well, we already got that. And this is our number of sales. All right, and we have everything that we need. Any questions on that? Now, we do have this over here where it has you making a histogram. If I go back to your earlier worksheet, yeah, instead of doing this, I would like for you to go on the back of our first packet. This goes over the things we went over. So now let's go back to our first packet. Do a line, use the line plot, the mode of the data, compare A and B, that's not too hard. Describe the data in the table, draw a histogram. So here, this is sort of nice. I want you to draw a histogram. Here you can just describe, there was 7 earthquakes had a magnitude of this. You know, when it says describe, just say the most, the least, what does it look like? And then on this one here you have to find the range. It's another box plot. On this one, we're not going to do this one here because we're going to be doing the box plots you will already have done. You will do these 2 box plots. I don't see a need for you to do more box plots. So once again, your homework, on the back side, do 1 to 4. Do all of the word problems with the box plots. Do 1 and 2. Then in our line plot and our histogram, do part B on the first page. And then on the back page, I guess that was, we did this histogram. You just have one more histogram there. If you have time, kids, go ahead and do the back page of this. They're just questions about it. Draw your histogram here. It's not going to, this won't take long. Really, when I look at it, it won't take long for you to do this histogram. Everything's done for you. And just answer those questions. That won't take very long. So I will let you go. You have 11 minutes to get some stuff done, and that will be it.